morning, everybody, and welcome to Darvanalee Designs Studio. It is our weekly live stream where we're going to get some crafting done. I'd just like to say welcome, and thank you for being here. It's a little bit of a chillax morning this morning. The weather has taken a bit of a turn and it's cooling down a little bit, which is absolutely fantastic because I can tell you it's pretty hot in this house. So yeah, I've got both air cons on at the moment just to cool it down because it was still a bit warm from the last few days. But hopefully, fingers crossed, it's only 24 degrees today. Still warm, but it's not roasting. I don't feel like I'm in hell. And that, so we're here for our weekly get together where we work on our whips. For those that are new here and don't know what it's all about, basically we have a little bit of chit chat. We talk about some books, we talk about craft that we're working on, all that sort of stuff. And I will answer any of your questions that are in the comments or anything like that. Your comment will also appear on the screen. And then after a little while, we will I will change the direction of the camera and mute our mics and hyperfocus on our project that we're going to be working on. I am working on Snow Village today. I have had to put the crochet aside for today because this is so close to a completion. So not just a little chart finish, a completion of all the charts, that I only have 3 days and I would like to actually get it done. So I started stitching on this last night. So I'm working a rotation this year with my lovely friend from Wombat Hello Crafts, which is Gail, and another really good friend of mine has just popped up in the comments. Hey Jenny, how you going? I see you pop up there. We are working all Christmas stuff this year. And we're doing it in a 7-day rotation, so from month to month. So we started the year out with Wednesday to Tuesday, so starting a piece on the 1st and then to the 7th, and then on the 8th to the 14th, and then from the 15th to the 21st, so forth and so on. But as you know, some months only have 28 days, which is next month, so we'll only work on 4 projects. But what we do on the months where we have those extra days, we pull out the one that we started with. So I started the year with Snow Village because I knew that I was going to get this finished this year. I did not, however, anticipate me getting it finished in the first month. So that means that I will add something in I'm pretty sure from the same designer. It's called Farmhouse Christmas, and I'm doing it as one piece. Now, if you are interested in seeing how it looks and all that sort of stuff, I put out a video on the Saturday of last week, which was the 25th here. So it would have went out on the 24th in the Northern Hemisphere. And I put out a video just explaining what I'm doing this year and all the things. So make sure that you go and check that out. And also, I've started doing daily vlogs since then as well. So you get to see what I do on a day-to-day basis it's not absolutely everything. I'm not showing you the mundane of admin and all that sort of stuff because I do a lot of that as well. Because I also help with my husband's business. So there's a bit of that going on in the background. Sometimes I've got to stop what I'm doing and go and help him do stuff because insurance companies have sent emails in and all that sort of stuff. So I juggle a lot of balls in the air, and I sometimes have to stop. But you're getting a snapshot of what I do on a daily basis, and this is sort of my first week back to work for the year as well in the crafting sector, because I've always taken off the Christmas holidays because I've done this business since the kids were little. And so I've just kept that up where I still work, but I'm really, really pared back. Excuse me. And I do no quilting in that time unless it's for personal stuff, like for myself. So at Christmas time, I did 2 quilts for Savannah. She was going to do it, but she went to help her friend who's just had a baby. And I said, that's more important than the quilts because I can do the quilts. So she went off and did that, and I quilted the quilts. And then the gifts have ended up being from both of us, which I said to her I didn't need credit. I just wanted to let one of her friends know that the quilt that she got was actually a quilt that was on the channel. way back in 2018. It has taken that long to get it quilted. So it got quilted at Christmas time, and she absolutely loved it. It was the first block of the month that I did. So, but Beck absolutely loved it. It squealed with delight when she opened it, took off on everybody and threw it on her bed straight away. So that, I love it when I hear that, because then I know that that's a person that's going to appreciate the gift. And because I said to Savannah, are you sure? Like, are these people quilt worthy? And she looked at me. I'm like, you know what I'm talking about. I said, in this household, do you think your sister is quilt worthy? And she's like, no. I said, right, well, that is the bar you should set it on, because Neroli doesn't appreciate, like, she knows the work that goes into it, but she doesn't appreciate getting gifts that are handmade. Does that make sense? And not everybody does. Not everybody's into the handmade, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine. We need all sorts of people. So, so basically, I asked her that question, and she thought about it for a bit before we went ahead with it, and she said yes. Carrie, I'm not too sure what's going on there. You might not be logged in, or you might be logged in under another account. Carrie's just asking me in the back on the comments. It's strange. I can chat with you on my phone, but I'm getting the subscriber only mode on. Oh, okay. So if you've only just subscribed to the channel, you need to be, but you've made a comment. So that is weird. Maybe log in, log out, and see how you go, hun. But yeah, hello and welcome. Thank you for being here, and thank you for bringing that to my attention. I am not a YouTube techie person, so my go-to default is log in, log out. Yeah, but you obviously can comment somewhere on your phone, but it's, yeah. That's really strange. I'm not too sure what's going on there, Carrie. I hope that you get it resolved though. So anyway, she deemed them quilt worthy, and so I quilted up some. So I'm back to work this week, and I thought what I'll do is, to get into the swing of things, of filming again and all that sort of stuff, I would do some daily vlogs. Am I going to continue doing them like long term or anything like that? No, I don't know where it's going to go. It may be that, some weeks there might only be one or two that go out, and they'll just go down to crafting vlogs. They won't be well, they could be daily, because I might still film. It's very organic, and we'll just see where it goes. But today the main focus is to get some more stitches in. So I stitched on it last night. You will see the Santa collection one that I was doing during the week. If you've been watching the daily vlogs, you've seen updates for that. I did not do the stitch with me yesterday. I'm going to do that. I've actually said going to do that on Saturday now, because I've got sprints both days, and I just don't want to rush in the morning. So basically now what I'm going to do is work on this one, and basically what will happen is I will get as many stitches in as possible. And then I hopefully, with any luck, I don't know that I'm going to get the back stitching done, because I've got to do 2 rows of back stitching, although there is not a lot. There's not a lot. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. And yeah, I'm going to endeavor to get it done. I may end up just doing it over the weekend, or I will just, go with the flow sort of thing. Yeah, that makes sense, right? What is this? Okay, I'll look at that later. So yeah, I just went and had a look then, Chris. I sent you a comment pop up there. So last night, what I did, I'll show you what it looks like. Sorry, I keep getting distracted by the comments. I'm not looking at the comments anymore. This is the last chart that I need to do. So this is our little guy. It's a little bit, let me put that down. That's better. So this is the little guy that I'm going to be doing. And last night I got all that snow down the bottom, and I have a headless snowman at the moment. So that is all I have left to do on the chart. And once that's done, oh my God, I am so excited. And I know that there are people in the comments that will be popping in from time to time. I know that there's a lot of people watching my vlogs right now to see if I finish this week. I am so blown away by the finishes that I've had this year already. Like I basically have got most of this done and going for a finish for Snow Village, and then I got Shannon Christine's Holly Jolly done, and 'Tis the Season, and I almost finished Let It Snow Somewhere Else. I've just got the back stitching to do that on that and the bottom legs of that. So, and that is going to get finished up into a flat fold. And it's going to wing its way to my bestie over in the US. That's Coda, and my book bestie. And because he hates snow, but he's very excited. I told him, because I asked him, are you interested in receiving something like that? Like, is that something that you would want in your house and whatnot? And he was very excited that he was getting something made from me. So yeah, so I'm going to do, and it's it's little enough, and he can have it where he wants, and I'll just finish it in a flat fold format. Yeah, I've actually got some really nice fabric that in the studio that it's got, like, it's blue and it's got little dots on it that looks like snow. So yeah, but I think it'll go really well with it. And I've got to reteach myself how to make ribbon bows again. Like, I tried to do it the other day and I was so unco. Like, it's not something that you do every day. When you go to do it again, you feel like you're all thumbs. You can't do anything. So I'm going to practice doing some bows and everything to get that done. So yeah, but I've been having a lot of fun in the past week doing the daily vlogs. It's hard to wrap your head around that you've got to move the camera around with you. I do have a little tripod, so it's big, like you can see it. It's only little, but you can see it. You don't miss it. So I just move the camera around, and that I will get better at it. I want to talk to my husband and see if we can't get some little cameras and just have them mounted in particular places, and then they're just there, and I can just press record or something along those lines. I don't know how it all works, so I've got to do some techie stuff as well on that. But let me know what you're working on today. I have my coffee, I have my water, I have the air cons on. It's gone up a degree since we started talking, so I'm hoping it is overcast out there today. That's why the lighting is a bit funky. But when we're overhead, it's not going to matter. I mean, I'm not really focusing on this one. So yeah. All right. So let me know what you're working on in the comments. Are you just going to be chilling? Are you just going to be reading? I finished a book last night too while I was doing this. So I worked an hour and a half on Snow Village last night. That while I was listening to Nesting by Rosie O'Donnell. Now, Chris, hold on to your hat. I actually like this author. Irish author, right? Shock horror. I actually really enjoyed the book. It was really good. I think because I have been homeless, and back in the day when I was younger, I was homeless, and for quite some time, and more, I was homeless about 3 times in my life, and couch surfing and all that sort of stuff, and I stayed in and because of domestic violence. So that's what this was about. So there was a lot of relating to this. It was still abuse, but it wasn't physical abuse that she was getting from her husband. There was, some unconsensual things and stuff like that. But it was really well done. I thought it was really well done, really well-rounded. You went through the emotion. Probably could have been a little bit more intense, but for a debut novel, I thought it was beautifully written and well done. So I was happy with it. So yeah. And I'll give you I won't say it over on the book channel, but I'll say it here because some of my bookish friends here will hear it first. I think this one will actually be on the Women's Prize for Fiction long list, to be honest. All right, let's have a look and see who's joining us today. We have Amber Lee. How are you, darling? Thank you for being here. Jenny's also here. Hey, Jenny. I'll be stitching with Jenny tomorrow night. So yeah. Hey, Chris, how you going? Amber Lee saying hello. I know, right? It's how many episodes of a stitch? I mean, to be fair, I only really used it for a stitch with me, so I only really stitched on it when I was filming those, and then I had a huge break. So yeah. I am glad that I'm not where you are, Tanya. I'm so glad that you hopefully are in aircon, because you're over in WA and it gets bloody hot over there. And you're in the wheat belt, if I remember correctly. Like you're over in that like inland from the coast and all the rest of it. So, I do not envy you being there. 42 degrees. That is hot. We get that here, but yeah, that's hot over there. That's dry and hot. So yeah. So yeah. Stay cool, my friend. Stay cool. Get some craft. Tell your husband. I just can't today. I can't today. Jenny saying hello to Amber Lee, and Amber Lee saying hello to Tanya. Stitching has been your superpower this month. I know, right? Like, I think I even said, like, I don't know who I am, who this person is. Hey, I can go on hiatus, but when I come back with vengeance, right? So yeah, so but I will end up having I didn't get it done in the week, but when I do the stitch with me, if I had have done it and had sleep yesterday, on Tuesday, sorry, I would have had the Santa collection little finish done on that, because I'm doing it as one big piece, but they're all individual charts that I'm doing. So I also consider that a finish as well. I think I selected well this year for my whips that I'm going to work on. I think I was maybe subconsciously, I was being very picky about what I put in. And so, yeah, so I feel like I'm getting accomplished. And as the year goes on and I get back into it, because like realistically, I haven't stitched on anything really since I went on the cruise, and I put 2,000 stitches in on the cruise, and that was it. And I was there for 7 days? 4 days. Well, how long were we gone for? I don't even remember now. So yeah, so I'm only really just coming back, and I would say I've been on a 2-year hiatus of stitching. So, yeah, there was a lot of other stitching going on. There was like creating the craft magazine, the cross stitch magazine as well. There was a lot of designing and stuff happening in the background. Excuse me, I've got the hiccups now. I just need to have a drink of water because they will not go away. And I think I've worked out what it is. It's actually the vitamin D tablet when I take it, because I don't venture out into the scorching sun very often. I have to take vitamin D3, and yeah, I think it's that tablet that does it to me every time, because this morning that's the only tablet that I've taken and it's doing it to me. But I can take vitamin B and my other tablets because I forgot to take them this morning. So when we change the camera and we first start, I'll probably duck out and grab those and take them. So yeah. Hi there, Amber Lee, and everybody else too. Hope you're all having a fabulous day, says Tanya. Carrie is here. Hello, Carrie. How are you? Morning, noon, Nicole. From Christina, remember to hydrate, take your meds, stretch, show some love to the like button. Also, make sure that you sub, ring that bell, and so you hopefully get notified. Do all the things, people. Just do all the things. Hi there, Carrie and Christina. The strange thing, I can chat on my phone, but I'm getting subscriber only. I think you sorted that out. Here we go. For some strange reason, I show subscribed on my phone, but not on my computer. This happened before. This has happened before. That is weird. No, so yeah. So I posted some pics on Discord of the cow, Nicole, and hoping to start a new project today using the same pattern-ish. If I had my time over again, there is a different pattern that I would use. I like the zigzag of the scarf, but I'm not enjoying making it. And I think that's what's slowing me up, because I'm not actually enjoying it. And it has been incredibly hot, and the last thing I want is hot stuff laying on me. So yeah. No, but I did just pull it up. I did see that. So I don't understand what is going on. So that basically you can just download it. Okay. So you've got options. So you can have it on your phone. You can download the ACSM file, and you can send it to your Kindle and your computer now. Wow, that's a lot. That's good though. Like, does it work though? You were saying it was looking a bit weird. Loading in reader. This may take a moment. Okay. front cover, back cover. Uncorrected proof. Preface. Can we make the wording big? Like, you've got to, on the settings, you've got to, you can have the progress bar on and off. You can scroll it, or you can have it as a page layout. Scrolling is bigger writing. I think I prefer the scrolling, to be honest. It's more, yeah. Okay, that's interesting. Cool. All right. Now, where was I up to? No, this here. All right. Okay, I'll play with that later. Yeah, it looks a little bit, looks like it might be a little bit cumbersome, maybe. I don't know. I'll have a closer look at it after the sprints. Cute. It is cute. And I'm so excited that I'm almost finished. Like, I have no idea. Hey, Susan, how are you going? Hi to Susan. And Jenny says, I'm stitching on a piece a friend gave me, birds and flowers. Lots of blocky colour, nice and easy. Awesome. We've also got Carrie Quilts here as well. Hello. I have another. Carrie, is this the same person? Carrie Sandon? Same person? Or different person? That's yeah. Anyway, hopefully different person, but if not, okay. I have another quilt on the cutie frame that I'm quilting tonight. Nice. Not Rosie O'Donnell, Rosine O'Donnell. Excuse me. I do apologize. Hang on. I'll just. I'm pretty sure you don't want to hear me coughing. No, it's Rosine. So it's spelled R-O. It might be pronounced different. Rosine, it may be Roisin. O'Donnell. Yeah. Hello to Carrie. I'm at 5 Fahrenheit in Maine, US tonight, watching it snow. Right now, I would prefer that. Same Carrie. Okay, cool. No worries. Awesome. It is. We're having a heat wave here. It's 21 degrees Fahrenheit, -6 right now. Nice. Is the other pattern the same stitch but easier? Yes, same sort of stitch, but a lot easier. You don't have to go down that second row, and there's an extra double crochet in it, if I remember correctly. I'll have to find it and I'll send it through. So yeah. They are no longer allowing you to do ACM files. It's another file format, and it's not user-friendly at all. Really? Because I still had an ACM file. I just downloaded it. Did I? I had 4 options for download. That's ridiculous that they're taking ACM away. Like, oh, maybe they didn't. It's a what? An ICPL. What the hell is that? I don't know what that is. It's just, I think it's just blank, to be honest. I wonder why they started doing that. That's interesting. I'll have a look later. I mean, I can still send it to my Kindle, so on that. I'm late. Sorry, I was talking on the phone. That's okay. I'm stitching on a Flea Market Flowers by Laurie Holt. Nice. Central Wheat Belt have a few 44 Celsius days coming over the next couple of days. Electricity bill, and will continue to be a tad high. Yeah, mine's been high too. Like it's yeah. Today's the first break that we've had. Yeah. So yeah. Hi to Chrissy. Yeah, this is it here, Rosine O'Donnell. I think that is how you pronounce it, because I'm pretty sure that's how they pronounced it when I ran it through Speechify. Hello to Christina. That makes sense. I mean, a lot of actors write books these days. Yeah, no. 5 is minus 15. No, thank you. Do you have a link for the other one? No, I don't. It was a reel that I seen, so I've got to work out what the pattern is and all the rest of it. So it was over on Facebook, and I sent it weeks ago, so I will just send the reel. That will be the easiest way to do it. Thanks, Chris. And Ria just joined as well. Hello, Ria. How are you? Thank you for being here. I really do appreciate it. Rainy day in Sydney. Glad for the cooler weather. I bet you are. I'm hoping that we get some cooler days come down from the people in Cairns and all the rest of it. They're getting so much rain dumped on them at the moment. I'm hoping that some of the cooler weather. I think we've only probably got another. It's the end of January. We've probably got another 5-6 weeks of really stifling heat. Sometimes we can go to late March, but the nights will start to get significant cooler. And I don't really care if it's hot during the day, because I can always put the aircon on. But I hate it when it's hot at night, because you just can't get comfortable. Do you have a link for the other one? I'm going to make the squares of the pattern and a blanket. Yeah, I think it'll look cool as blanket, alternating in different directions. That's what I think we talked about that a couple of weeks ago on Sprints, didn't we? Where I said it'd be look good for it would look good as a blanket, like a patchwork blanket, but have it spinning around. So yeah, I agree. Hello to Ria. It's 6 Celsius here, and people are wearing shorts considering the frigid temps of last week. Yeah, well, I guess, when you're acclimatized to that, it's okay. I had a headache yesterday, but feeling better today. That is awesome. Currently deciding whether to read Nat Galley books or library books. Nice. Yes, I am curious about this. I don't know if I want to read it on my computer. That's painful. That I mean, you can still read it on the app, I guess, but yeah, that's painful. That with the Nat Galley. All right, let me bring up the timer, and but now I have colors picked out. Cool, awesome. All right, let me bring up the timer and share that, because I didn't get to that part because I was running a little bit late. All right, got it all set up already, but I forgot to share it. So there's always something. Okay, so I'm going to just put the Be Right Back thing up. I'm going to move the camera and everything like that. I don't want to make you all sick and all the things. So let me just put that up, and I will be back in just a moment. You'll still be able to hear me. I'll just won't shake the camera in your faces. All right, so let me just move this and get this all unhooked from everything. Make sure I didn't pull out my Powell like I did last week. That was so close. Luckily, my the computer gives me a warning of when it's going to go, so that's always a good thing. Let me just come on, stop being so difficult. Thank you. All right, I'm going to click in. Thank you. All right, let me just move the light now. Didn't want that on the table, obviously. All right, we're getting all sorted. Sorry, I can't do it any other way. Otherwise, it'll just make you sick. All right, let's bring that down. All right, the camera doesn't want to click in today. It's being a bit difficult. All right. Oh, it's a mission. It's a mission. All right, so let me just see what that light looks like on that. I think it's going to blow it out again. Or maybe not. All right, that's cool. I'll be able to see that. All right. Now, Can you see it? That's the issue. All right, there we go. That I can see what I'm doing in the background. You may not be able to see that. Oh, okay. Let me just get rid of this now, and I might have to move it a little bit more. All right, how's that? Okay, let me just bring this a little bit. There we go. Let me tighten that up. All right. Get all my threads. I tell you, I've been working on this for so long. Look at this bird's nest. It's so terrible. It's like, oh my God, I've got to sort that out. Like, because I just pick it up, and this is why I'm so glad that now I have my no, I want to go that way. All right, so I want to bring the camera across this way a bit. Sorry, it just takes a little bit to get it sorted, and so it doesn't look so skewy for you guys. It's so, let me put the light on, because sometimes this light can make it go a bit funny. Like, yeah, I think I'll just stay without the light because it's going to blow it out for you guys. All right, so I'm going to be working down here today, and we will have little bits and pieces of it where it might autofocus. Okay, so just be aware of that. How are you liking the view? Can you see it okay? Maybe I'll move my chair over. Move the table this way a bit, and then I can move this across here. There we go. All right. Now, it's a mission, okay, because I've got to be able to stitch it and all the things as well. So let me just bring up the... How's that? Is that okay? Is that bright enough for you? You can see it okay? All right. Let me just have a look at the comments and just make sure that you have enough light to work with. Yeah, I do. I've got magnifiers, so they're like really strong, and the light that's in here that I've got is okay. So yeah, it's it could probably come a little bit closer, maybe. There we go. It'll adjust that, so it's going to be a little bit off kilter because of the way my chair is and all that sort of stuff. So Chrissy's saying it looks good to her. Okay, because I'm on a smaller screen, so you guys are up on a big screen and you'll be able to tell me what's going on that. And I don't want it to autofocus, but it may autofocus a little bit, okay? But that light for me is way too bright. So let me just go back down one or two. I had it on high and I'm like, whew, that's hectic on the eyeballs. I'll be like squinting like I've been at the beach forever and a day. All right, now where are my magnifiers? I've got those. That's them there. I just get these. These are readers from the chemist, and that's what I use. So you can see how much bigger it makes it. So I don't know if you can see that. So there you go. So that's it normally, and that's with my magnifiers. And I just wear them as glasses because I wear glasses anyway, and it makes it really good. So I just confused the hell out of the camera then. There we go. The camera's like, what are you doing? So yeah. So I'm just going to stitch on this, and we're going to do 3 45-minute lots. The last sprint, I may get a knock at the door. I know, because I have a customer coming in for a cut job today. I know that sounds weird, but I actually offer a service of cutting up fabrics for my elderly clients and some of my not so elderly clients. And I have a client coming in today that would like some stuff cut up and all the things. So yeah. All right, let me just pop that there so I can grab the mouse and I can start the timer. All right, we are going to now mute our mics, and we'll be back in 45 minutes. Happy sprinting, everybody, and hopefully you'll get lots of craft done. All right. How did everybody go during that sprint? I will have to go and get at the beginning of the next sprint, go and get my white thread. I thought I brought it out, but I didn't. So I couldn't continue on with the white. So I just moved on to the next bit. All right. So yeah, so I'm starting on the little card, which is good. So how did everybody go? Let me know in the comments down below what happened during your sprint. I'm pretty happy with my progress so far. Like, I don't mind doing the half legs because I can just come back to it later and I don't have to really think about it. I don't have to look at the chart. I don't have to count or anything like that. So it's good when I get some of this done, but I will definitely will get the white before I start next, because there's a lot of white in this. So even when I go up here, like, I still have the tree and everything to do, so I'll probably get most of that done. But yes, it is looking good. It's getting there. I think that if I get a lot of the first part of the leg done, then tomorrow I will get a lot done, because I have my stitching meetup, and that usually goes for a couple of hours, and I'll probably do a couple of hours in the morning before I start work, and just really try to get this done. As I said earlier, I probably won't get the back stitching done, but I'll get at least, a fair chunk of, I'll get the crosses done at least, because the snowflakes go really quick. This bottom bit here is probably the longest, and this here, the rest of it is pretty, and the banner as well, that's got 100, 200, 260, it's got 300 stitches. So this little banner here has got 300 stitches in it. So, but basically, if I can get a lot of this done, this bulky stuff done, even just the half leg, it won't take me long to do the other half. Like, you see how quick, like, it goes this way, it goes just as quick the other way as well. So if I can get today, because I'm also going to stitch on this tonight, so I'll get most of it done here today in the 3 45-minute sprints, and then tonight I spend a couple of hours on it as well, because I generally stitch between the hours of 6 and 9. Anything after that, I'm pretty tired. If I'm doing block coloring, I can go a little bit longer, but then, I start to get fatigued. My body starts to get fatigued because I'm sitting up. I've been standing up all day and stuff like that working. So it's just better for me if I just only stitch for a couple of hours. And I'm still getting a lot done, because that's all I've done this month. And I've had 2 definite finishes, and the Santa collection, once I do the Stitch With Me, which I was supposed to do on Tuesday night, I'm just going to do it on Saturday now. Once that's done, that'll be 3 finishes, and I was like maybe 100 stitches off finishing the Let It Snow Somewhere Else. So just doing that couple of hours and having everything just set up, so when I come out, I'm actually getting, apart from that first night, I'm actually getting 2 hours of stitching on each thing that I'm doing. So I'm glad that I decided to I decided to get in and reorganize my sewing room, which there is a vlog for that. That's on Sunday's vlog, so you go check that out if you haven't seen it. And I organized the sewing area of my studio. So I've got a quilting area and a sewing area, and then a filming area where my cutting board and everything is. So the sewing part of my room is all cleaned and organized. The lawnmower bloke was supposed to come on Tuesday so I could get rid of some of the extra stuff that I had in there down into the storage. But his lawnmower was in the workshop, and he's not, I think he said it probably won't get it back until Wednesday of next week. And I'm like, dude, you're going to have another jungle. Bring your boots and your long pants, because we don't know where that snake is. So, yeah. And so, yeah. And I'm doing, this piece, like the back of it is a hot mess, like a freaking hot mess. But I am getting better, because I started this. I have to get my whip journal, but I'm pretty sure that I started this back in 2021. I know I got it as a block of the month from the Fat Quarter shop, and I didn't start it until I had all the pieces, like all the stuff. But I got all the floss and everything with it and whatnot. And I can tell from the top to the bottom, like you can see my cross-stitch journey, because a lot of people don't realize that I've only been cross-stitching since the middle of 2019 on that. So in the scheme of things, I haven't been cross-stitching very long. But there's so much that I have learnt over the time of just, while I'm stitching. Like, even from this house to this house, I can see the difference. Like, I know that you can't see it, but from that house to this house over here, I can see the difference. And even from the center, which is, let me just pull this off, all the center is like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but all underneath there is all white, and I can see the difference from there to down to this one here. It's a big difference. A big difference. All right, let's focus now. And that's still, there we go. Don't fall out. Just stay there. And then I realized that I don't have my phone on. I thought I had it in here, and I don't know where it's gone. I've put it down somewhere, and I don't know where I've put it. It's on silent too, because I'm like, oh shit, Brendan's probably trying to ring me. So yeah. All right, let's have a look and see how you all went and who joined during that sprint. Chrissy, this is where we left off. Chrissy says, looks good to me. Sadia also joined. Hello, Sadia. How are you? We also have Deb here as well. Hello. Chrissy watched the first bit that I missed. I will add that book to my list. Yeah, it's pretty good. It was on NetGalley. I think it's only just got released in the UK. I'm not even sure if it's been released here in Australia yet, because sometimes the UK books don't get released here until a bit later, and that's where the problem is that I run into with the Women's Prize for Fiction. Unless I get them on NetGalley, yeah. Christina's saying hello to Deb and Sadia. Snow Village is looking great, I know, right? I am realizing that I am just a wee bit insane. Dude, you hang out here. Like, you hang out with me. That's a prerequisite of friendship. You need to be slightly off kilter. Oh, no, if you're not off kilter, we're not going to get along. But, you've been here for a while. We seem to get along, so I'm guessing that you've already known this. So, yeah. It's starting to get a wee bit warm here. It's 27 degrees now. I could feel it, like, it's wet. Doing this project, changing it up a bit. This is this late. With a headache and a black yarn at night. Oh, you are insane, woman. What are you doing? That's crazy. That's right. We're all mad here. Madness makes the world go round, right? Jessica Kiwi is here as well. I'm here. Had a headache this morning. Do you know what? I woke up with a slight twinge this morning as well. It's gone now, but I didn't take any Panadol for it. But yeah, I woke up with a bit of a twinge myself. So, yeah. Carrie had a change of plans. Sister called sorting out another backing. Okay, that's fair enough. Sometimes you got those change of plans. They all you have good intentions, and then you get there and you go, yeah, maybe not. That I do that quite a bit with my stuff, and yeah, that's right. We're all mad here. That's exactly right. I seen you did. I didn't see it while it was happening, but I did see the stitches one that you had up yesterday, because I couldn't make it. It was just ridiculous. I got up there. I was up there for so long, and then I came back and by that stage I completely forgot to delete my thing. My stream on that, but I couldn't get back in. I couldn't get into StreamYards. It wasn't loading up there. So I'm like, so yeah, I couldn't cancel it. But thank you to everybody that left messages and all that sort of stuff on there. I have now deleted it. So yeah, it's gone now. But at the time I couldn't. And I'm just like, managed to do a community post from my phone. But then when I went out to go into StreamYards, that it wouldn't load again. So yeah. I think the headache was because a hole was burning rubbish last night. Oh. That's why I fit in here. That's right. Like you have to be a little bit off kilter and have a wicked sense of humor. So yeah. So yeah. I have not seen your pictures yet. I was in there this morning, but I was running late, as you would see from the post. I have Discord open on another tab, so I will be going in there. I've actually just this week I had to get back into work. I'll turn all my notifications back on next week. But this week I had to get back into work, and so to do that, and it's not the first time I do it. I've done this quite a bit. The first week back at work for the year, I generally take all notifications off my phone. And have my phone on silent, not because like I'll see it ringing and stuff like that, but I just take all the notifications off. But there's some that I won't be putting back on. Discord I will be putting back on because it's part of the BookTube channel. And I do have Messenger on Facebook, but Instagram, and I'm not real active on Instagram or Facebook for that matter, but I've turned those notifications off because I just keep going down. Like I'd start watching something, then before I know it, hours have gone and I've got no work done. So they're gone. I called it Witches and Stitches and only did one sprint of stitches. That's all good. It still had stitches in it. Fair enough. No, I did not. I will get to them. I will catch up on all social media over the weekend. That I just need to do that for myself. It gets me back into the swing of things, and and also I'm filming as well, and it's really annoying when, and I'm actually thinking of having my notifications turned off during work hours anyway, and just have it after work hours. But it's worked for me this week. It's got me back into the swing of things and all the stuff that goes with that. So yeah, and Jessica Kiwi is saying hello to Christina. So yeah, so my plan is to stitch my little butt off with the half legs, and that way I can, then I can just sit there and stitch. I don't have to think anything. So yesterday, Jessica Kiwi did sprints and called Witches and Stitches. And yeah, so how long were you on for, Jess? Like I came back and I just started working and that because I was so far behind. I was only supposed to be up there. Seriously, like the breast screening, the way they've got it set up is really good, but it only takes 15 minutes. So I should have been back. And basically I should have been back in time to do it. Like the appointment was at quarter past. But of course, everything that they have up there works on internet, and it wasn't just them. It was like my phone wasn't working properly. Like it was really laggy. Even on data, it was really laggy. So there was something going on with the internet in Kingaroy yesterday. And if the people that fixed the road are in charge of the internet, I'm not surprised. Yesterday, Brendan was sending me pictures of the road just outside of town that they've just resurfaced. Like they've just finished doing and resurfaced, and all the tar is peeling off. Like the road base, it's peeled off to road base. That's like, oh my God, who did that? And he's sending me pictures, and it's so bad. Like it's going to destroy like a lot of people now, because our local council are so far behind on repairing everything. Now we get a lot of rain and stuff here in summer, so it's really hard for them to repair stuff. Like we have to have a little bit of grace with them, but major potholes and stuff like that, people are sending the bill to the council now to replace their rims and everything on their tires because some of them are that bad. You did miss something by the looks of it. It was sprints yesterday, but it was impromptu, wasn't it? Like it wasn't scheduled or anything, so it was impromptu, and that's the thing we have with impromptu ones and whatnot. So it was 4 hours. Cool. That's a good amount of time. Like any longer than that with knitting or anything like that. So yeah. Yeah, I know. I couldn't cancel it because I couldn't get back in. That's what I was just saying. So I couldn't get back in. I put up the post on the community tab, and then I went out of the community tab to go over to StreamYards to cancel it, and I couldn't cancel it because I couldn't get back in. For a second. And But yeah, no, did see your message this morning. Went on there, let people know you gave them Jess's link and your next reading sprints link, and no one else chatted because I got there early, but people were coming in all day. Yeah, cool, awesome. Thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate that. As I said, like I got up there and it was only supposed to be 15 minutes. That's why they cancelled so late. And then I was up there for ages. I don't even know now. Like it was a long time I was up there because it was, I think when I spoke to Coda, it was like 10:30, 11 o'clock or something. That. And I didn't even think because I could send I could send Voxer every now and again. I could listen to stuff, but I couldn't open up any websites or anything like that. It was like I had minimal internet and data, and I don't know what was going on there at all. So anyway, and then I got back and I completely forgot to remove it. But it's good because then people would have seen that and they would have went over to Jess's hopefully and all that sort of stuff. So yeah. Oh, excuse me. Ooh, no, I was there. Remember now, my brain is just off today. Yeah, because you just said you weren't there, but you shared the link to Jess's. Because you guys were talking in Instagram as well, so I didn't check Instagram last night. On that was my bad. On that, but I did check it this morning. All right, so we are at 45 minutes again. We are going to go to another sprint, but first I'm going to go and get my white thread before I start stitching, and find my phone where I've put that. It's probably sitting where my white thread is. So, yeah. All right, I will see you all in 45 minutes. All right. Oh, we're back. I was struggling with counting on this tree. I tell you, I had to stop a couple of times and pull some stuff out. Evidently, I can't count to 5. So anyway, oh dear me. Oh, it's just, yeah, that's part and parcel. I have those days where it's just all over the shop. And what? I was having a chuckle to myself. I'm like, oh. And my phone was out with my white floss, but I didn't see it at first because there was other stuff sitting on it. And I found the floss and I'm like, I'm positive I had it out there. So I walked back out and there it was. So yeah, I found my phone. And of course there was a trillion messages there. That, yeah, that's how it goes pretty much. 1, 2, 5, 3, 4. And I even had it written on that, like just before I started stitching, I wrote it down because the trees have given me a bit of grief because some trees, okay, I don't know if you probably can't see it here. Let me move the camera over. So this tree here, so you count up and then there's 3, so there's no gap. So now there's no gap. And then there's little gaps all the way up. So you've got that tree, but then this tree is different again. So this one, it has like a block in there, like it's got like it looks like the side of a dice in the brown, and then it goes and then it connects straight onto it. The next little bit connects on it, but then when you go to the longer bit, there's a space, and I kept buggering up the space and adding a space where I didn't need one. It was all happening. So yeah. Anyway, you know, counting. It's hard. Math is hard, right? So yeah, I was having just sitting there going, you're a flippin' dick. Can't even count to 5. And I know I don't normally swear on this channel, but that's exactly what I said to myself while laughing. Like, so obviously not being serious. So yeah, it was quite hilarious. But so yeah, but so my plan today. So once I've done this, then I've just got to see this little banner. This continues across to here, and then it's just the top of this, and I'll obviously put a head on my snowman. But if I can, like today, I've still got another 45-minute sprint, and then today. Tonight rather, after I've done some work and stuff like that, if I can get onto this and get it done, and if I can get all my work done today that I'm supposed to do tomorrow, I might be able to just stitch all day tomorrow and get it done. So I'm going to endeavor to get all the half legs done of the whole pattern, and essentially I'm stitching it twice, but I feel like I'm moving quicker when I've already got half the leg done. So I don't know, it's a mind thing, right? It plays a little bit of tricks on your mind. Excuse me, I've got hiccups. See, now I don't know whether it's the vitamin D or whether it's the coffee that's doing it to me. It's probably the coffee. Am I going to give coffee up? No. I might take a break, though. It might be just my body's way of saying, hey, you need to lay off the caffeine a little bit. So, yeah. Which wouldn't hurt to do that for a bit. I'll do it over the weekend so I don't have headaches and stuff. So yeah. So I think I can get that done tonight with another 45 minutes. The tree will definitely get finished, and then I'll probably start on this bit here. And the reason I'm going up is because there is green in here, so I'll just I don't know. We'll see how we go. We'll see what happens. You'll have to check out my daily vlog and see what I got done, because I will talk about what I got done on sprints. And then tomorrow morning, I always open it up with what I stitched on the night before, or what I've crafted on the night before, because I finish the vlogs off at about 4 o'clock is when I finish work. And then I usually go and do a heap of stuff and all that sort of thing. So, so basically I need to just stop filming, and just so I can be in the moment and stuff like that. So yeah. But anyway, it's coming along nicely. Let's have a look at what we've got going on in the comments. Just says, I'm not far from finishing part 1 of fourth wing. graphic audio, and now I have 20-week wait library for part 2. Oh, wow, is it split into 2, is it? That's interesting. I guess a lot of people are rereading right now because Onyx Storm just came out. So, yeah, I got approved for a book too earlier, just while we were, and I didn't check. So let me go and check and see what it was. I've actually been approved for 2 today. What is an LCPL file? Because you can still download that to your computer. That they've taken the one that I've just got doesn't have a Kindle one, so I'm going to have to do some research on what that is, because you must be able to open it for sure. Because there's no Kindle option to this one, and I don't want to read it on the computer or the app because the app is shit. So yeah, Death of Us by Abigail Dean. I think I've read something by her before. I've seen something of hers. Comes out in April. It is from HarperCollins Publishers Australia. I only applied for this morning because I got an email and I got it straight away. So yeah, it's a mystery thriller from the best-selling author of Girl A and Day One comes a Girl A. Girl A. Have I read that? Yes, I have. That's why I've heard of it. I've read Girl A. That was a really good book, actually. It had some heavy topics in it, but it was a pretty good book. And Day One. I didn't read her other one, though. So, yeah, comes a heart-wrenching new novel about love, tragedy, and forgiveness, beautifully crafted, taut, elegant, heartbreaking, says Monica Alley. It's gripping. I've also read something from Monica Alley as well. Gripping, disturbing, and beautifully written, says Emilia Hart. Is that Wayward? Yes, Wayward author. The Death of Us is astonishingly good. Abigail Dean's The Real Thing, says Mick Heron. I have not read Mick Heron. That spring night in South London when Isabel and Edward's lives were torn apart. The night Isabel learned that the worst things wait just outside the door. The night Edward learned that he was powerless to stop them. The night they never talk about. When their attacker is caught, it's finally time to tell the story of that night. Not to the world or to the man who did it, but to each other. This is a story of murder. This is a story of survival, but most of all, it is a story of love. Well, there you go. That's my one, and that comes out in April. So, yeah, there you go. That's the book that I got. And I also got oh, wow. They automatically, on the shelf, they've got NetGalley Reader, and they automatically put it up with the covers. That's pretty cool. The other one that I got was, let me just have a look. Where did it go? Okay, they've moved everything around. Was a Victorian Psycho. So, yeah. But I need to know what a LCPL is. License document. Okay. Open source system for rendering, engineered tailored for EPUB publications. Similar to ACM files, LCPL files act as links to the download the actual ebook content. Okay, cool. Open the how to convert a PDF LCPL file to Read'em license document by Read'em is not an ebook file, but the link to the ebook to convert to a PDF. You can open it on archive.org website, find a file that is named Adobe Encrypted PDF, download the encrypted PDF and save as. Okay. There you go. All right. Interesting. I will play around with that this afternoon. That and see if what happens with that, and if I can then put the file into Speechify, which absolutely sucks if they've changed that, because that particular book didn't even come with a. I mean, not that I care about reading a book, but it doesn't even come with a Kindle file, so you can read it on your bloody Kindle. So maybe they're taking that away too, which will just I'll bounce out of NetGalley then, basically, because I like to read them on my Kindle. Yeah, but anyway, all right. Also, I really want a ham and cheese, a toasty, but we have no power till 6:30 p.m. Oh, bugger. I've had those days a lot lately. Counting is hard. I've been cleaning and starting dinner, finally ready to sit down for a bit. Awesome. Kyrie got one row of the blocks and the last row of sashing to the quilt. Nice. Maybe we'll finish tonight. Awesome. Ooh, coffee. I need coffee. Going to check the flask to see if the water's still hot. Nice. Looks great. Thank you. They are all split into two. What's that? Oh, all the books are split into two. Okay, that's interesting. Finish the square. Nice. Graphic audio is usually split into 2 or 3 parts. That makes sense. Sounds like a bit of a rigmarole. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? So they now have a reader on the NetGalley. So all of mine except for the last 2 that are gone have been downloaded as ACM files. So that means that if they're on the NetGalley reader on the website, that means they'll disappear when they archive, no doubt. So yeah, that's interesting. Oh no, Water Moon's still on there. Maybe they stay open longer that way. Who knows? I'll have to play around with the file, because I've downloaded both the files that I've got today, and I'll play around with the file and I'll let you all know tomorrow, and we'll see how we go. Because it seems like a bit of a they're similar to the ACL files. The file acts as a link to download the actual ebook content. So you actually can. Okay, so you've just basically got to get into tailored for ePub publication simultaneously and links to download the actual content. How to convert LCP. See, a lot of people have probably asked this question. And then you just save it as a PDF. Okay, if you've got a Kobo, it says here, the first method is to use the free open source software Calibre. Well, I've got Calibre on my, and that's open source, so you can download that. Combined with a DEDRM plugin, strip the DRM protection from the LCPL and convert them into an EPUB format. Okay, cool, awesome. So I can still, I've just got to do it through either Calibre or Adobe encrypted PDF, and I think that Adobe encrypted PDF is actually a paid thing, whereas Calibre is a open source, so you can download it for free. And Calibre is spelled CALIBRE, so you should be able to do it in that. Because I've had problems with some files that were ACMs, and I ran it through Calibre, and it worked really well. And there's some Reddit things, how to convert the LCPL file to a PDF on Reddit. They're all saying Calibre as well on that, because this will work. I mean, I don't normally talk about books in depth, but I get a lot of craft books through NetGalley, and I recommend them to my craft community over on Patreon and here on the community tab. And so if I can't get those files to read them, and I've got to do it all on the computer, that means I'm sitting at the computer more. I can't be comfortable, like, because not all those craft books go over to the, like, they don't have a, what do you call it, an EPUB version or a Kindle version. I usually have to read them on the app, and the app is quite antiquated. So a lot of the time what I do is I extract the ACM, put it onto my Kindle, and then it works a little bit better for me. Like, it's still a bit antiquated, but it's still everything opens up at least. That some people were saying that there were, on the 20th of June 2023, there was plugin errors, but that's obviously been fixed because the latest one on Reddit was the 9th of December. So that's the closest one. And everybody's saying just export the file from a particular website. And yeah, if you have problems, maybe try to put the file up into Google. And it worked by doing that. So basically, this person was trying to get, they were trying to pay, sorry, not paid. I read an LCPL file with Thorum and was exporting it. I have a LCD PDF file. Is there a way for Calibre to open this file and convert it to, because converting it manually, the PDF doesn't work. Then it says, it goes on to say, oh, that was a year ago. I can't read Spanish. What do you do for Windows? So Reddit seems to have a lot of stuff on here that you can do. So I will probably check that out and see if that, yeah. Edward and Isabella, I know, like Twilight. Yeah, that's that is not where I wanted to go. I wanted to go back over here to my shelf. Yeah, the death of us. Maybe so. Maybe she killed off Edward and Isabella. Not Isabella, Isabel and Edward. That's funny. I thought that, but I didn't verbalize it. All right, as in Twilight, yeah, can confirm water is not hot enough, but fine. Not boiling, but fine. Will that affect NetGalley November? No, not really, because there's still audio books and all that sort of stuff. And, you know, not everybody's insane like me and all that sort of stuff. And, I mean, if it doesn't matter if I'm still probably going to do NetGalley, to be fair. I'm still going to do NetGalley on that. I've extracted all the books that I've got on my NetGalley right now anyway, because as soon as they come in, and these two are there. I haven't got any for a long time, and these two just came in today. So I think the last time I got something was at the beginning of January. So in the scheme of things, that's a long while. And a lot of the books that I have on there are going to be I'll be able to run through Speechify or read on my Kindle, because they were all getting sent over. So they've just added a new feature on there. It'll take a little while, but evidently you can extract that file. I just will have to find out how to do it. And I mean, and not that it bothers me, because I'm not reading as fast anyway, and I have been curling up with like reading stuff on my Kindle and all that sort of stuff. So it doesn't bother me as long as I can get it to the Kindle. That's all I care about. I don't want to read it on and I feel like that a lot of the community will probably complain about having to sit at your computer, because the app doesn't work as well as the ACM files. Yeah, I've downloaded those files to my computer and they come up as that. But once I am not on a live stream, I'll be able to play around a little bit and see if I can't, because I have Calibre already. So, but no, it won't affect NetGalley November. It just means that we won't be reading as many books. We'll still, I won't be reading as many books because I'll be trying to sprint hop and all that sort of stuff. But I'll at least get one done a week. And then I will probably just, if I've got a lot of craft books and audio books, I'll probably just use them for NetGalley November, because I still have 7 on my shelf. I think I've got 7 or 8. 7. I've still got 7. And a lot of these books will get moved on and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, there's lots of books that you can get listen now and all that sort of stuff. It just means I'll probably stop applying for ebooks if I can't extract them as many. And I'll just slow that down, because let's face it, I like to listen to a book while I'm crafting and all the rest of it, except for Thursdays. Thursday's the only day that I don't listen to a book. I have a basically media free day. Like I might get like going in like audio stuff and also reading, but sometimes I'll finish the day off with a little bit. But during the day, I don't tend to do much. All right, let's start the last and final sprint for today. Where am I going? Banners. Where is it? Last sprint. There it is. All right. So yeah, we are going to do our last sprint, and we'll come back and wrap up. All right, happy sprinting, everybody. All right. We are back. That 45 minutes went really quick. Probably because I was distracted. I had a couple of phone calls came in and all the rest of it. But I still got a fair bit done, which I'm pretty happy about. So as you can see, I'm starting to do the banner with the white. And yeah, so I'll get that. And then basically after that, I've got some white down in here that I'll do. And then it's just snowflakes all around it. There is a top, there is a brown. So you would have seen I came down here, traveled across, and then went up, and then I pulled it out because I need to, what I need to do now is basically get this thread, which I'll do now before I forget, because I'm starting to do the banner, and it'll bury the dark brown thread underneath all of it, because I'll just, rather than cut it, I'll just jump it. And I also jumped across here. So that brown thread that jumped across here is actually now underneath all the way along, and it is locked into place, so it won't move around on me. So yeah, there's that. So sometimes I do that. I am a lazy crafter, and I will just yeah I will just skip things like jump threads and stuff like that. And I know it's my pieces, they're not going into the show or anything like that. So that's where that's going to start. So I can leave that there. And now I know that this jump thread here will be buried underneath everything, and you won't be able to see it at all. Thinking, why can't I see the screen? That would be because you still have your magnifiers on the that. So yeah. But yeah, no, it's coming together quite nicely. And I have a lot of, yes, I still have a lot of threads hanging around and all that sort of stuff, because what's happening is as I'm stitching everything, they're getting buried, and then I just clip them away. Once I pull it out. That's why I've still got a thread sitting here, and I've got thread sitting over here. This one here is going to basically that will come across, and it'll only be it'll go underneath the snowman's head, because the snowman doesn't have a head on it yet, and then it'll come up into here, it'll get covered. So I may end up just cutting this one anyway, and then I will thread it through onto the back and all the rest of it. I have to look to see where it's going to come out, because I think the last place I stitched was over here. So that, yeah, I can get under here, but then it's quite a bit of a jump up to this one. So I'll probably end up just cutting it here and, yeah, threading it through a bit later. So I'll cut the tail a bit longer, and then I'll still be able to put a thread needle on that. And yeah, so yeah. All right, let's have a look. Carrie had to head off. Have fun, everyone. Got to run. See you next time. No worries, Carrie. If you come back and watch this, we'll see you next week, no doubt. If you're in the Facebook group too, don't forget to share what quilt you worked on. And if any of you are in the Facebook group and you worked on some crafty stuff, please come on over and share your stuff. I'd love to see it. Jeannie's out to dinner. Awesome. What are you having, Jean? Are you like just nationality of food? What are you having? Did pretty much nothing during that sprint. I think I just needed a nap off this weird brain fog. Yeah, it is a bit like that today. I think it's because of the change in weather as well. So like we've gone from really hot to like down to with like it's cool, like it's overcast, so it's warm, but it's yeah. Okay, got pop-up screen. Sorry, pop-up screen came across and all the things. All right, Tennille dropped in to say hello. How are you, darling? How are you feeling today? I hope everybody had a good crafting time. Yeah, we've had a good crafting session. I started out with just the white down the bottom here, and I've managed to get the tree in and this in. That's only the half leg. I'm just mapping out at the moment because I'm trying to get this finished, and I find if I map out, then it's really quick because I know what color I've got to use, and I just get in and get it done. And so I am having a admin session this afternoon with Coda. He's teaching me some stuff for Canva and all the rest of it because it's his playground. So he's just showing me some shortcuts for things and all that sort of stuff. And so I have that this afternoon. So while I'm eating lunch, I'm going to have a quick sandwich, and then I'm going to, set this back up out in the craft room, and then I think maybe tomorrow I might even bring it in here, and during sprints tomorrow actually stitch on it. And yeah, so we'll just see what I've got. I do have to get a quilt done in the that's in the long arm machine, so I may end up not stitching on this and just going and do that, get that done, and then that will free me up tomorrow and all the rest of it and whatnot. All right, let me just remove the timer, and I'm just going to put up the be right back because I'm going to move the camera. But it's been a good crafting session. I'm pretty happy with everything that's gone on today with it all. I'm very, very happy with it, actually. And I also got rid of that bird's nest as well. So that was pretty wild. That was a disaster area, even if I say so myself. So I've got threads everywhere. But at least now they're all sorted. Whoop, let me just get that out of the way. So much stuff to move. So it's all right. Leave this set up for tomorrow. And let me just turn that down a 1. There we go. All right. I think I'm back in the right way up and all the things. There we go. I'm back. All right. It's just, yeah, everything moves and jostles and all the rest of it. I did get a new table for the computer, because this one's on its last legs, so to speak. So yeah, all right, let me get that in properly. It keeps tilting and tilting the wrong way. There we go. All right, I mean, it works and it's fine, but still don't want it to crush and all the things. So yeah. But we had a really good crafting session today, which is good, and that would explain it. The weather is a bit funky. Yeah, it's a bit funky here too, and I feel like I've got a lot of pressure. So once I get off sprints, I think I might have even done my thing up a little bit too tight. No, it's not. It's loose. It's not that tight. Sometimes if I do it too tight, it's like I feel like a kid again. My mum used to do my hair so tight, and so when it come at the end of the day, I'd take it out and it was like my scalp just went, oh, from the relief of it. But yeah, I've got to go and do some quilting and stuff like that. So I'm probably just going to leave that there, go out and do that. Because my machine broke, which you can see in my vlogs, my daily quilting vlogs, or crafting vlogs they are. Yeah, I was going for it. I would have had the quilt done on Tuesday, and then snafooey at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I was in no mood to fix my machine at that time. So I'm like, yeah, no, I'm out. I'm done for today. Emily got some reading done in the Crinsman campaign, and hoping to finish it tonight, maybe. Awesome. Coda is also sprinting right now as well with Neva. So if you're looking for some more sprints, make sure you head over to Coda's channel on that. For some reason, I thought it was tomorrow. I don't know why, because we're on together tomorrow. I don't know. I'm all over the shop this week. That's just, yeah, trying to get back into the swing of things. Because if you remember, when I'm doing the quilting and the booktube stuff, I do it simultaneously together. And the first week back, even last year, was a bit hectic and all that sort of stuff. So I feel like I'm getting it now. Like I've got my list there, and I just write everything down. I've got my 2 lists that run parallel to get the craft stuff that needs to be done, book stuff that needs to be done. And there's not a lot of videos coming out at the moment, because I'm actually reading books that I think will be on the Women's Prize for Fiction list. So I think I've got 2 videos in the bank. I think so. One will come out, and I'm still sprinting, so that's all that matters, apart from yesterday. But yeah, just posted a pic of the first square. Awesome. I will open that up now and have a look, and put Discord up. Right, I will go and have a look at that. So yeah, and feels like my whole blood is swimming. It's weird. Yeah. It's probably been the last couple of days. There is a lot of tropical activity happening over here at the moment, so I'm not surprised that I feel a bit funky, because whenever there's, like, not always, but if there's cyclones around and the weather's a bit how you going, I get a little bit, yeah. So anyway, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, technically it is, but yeah, weird feels. Yeah. I think he did originally have it for Thursday by mistake. I remember seeing a schedule came up in my feed and being confused. Yeah, that I think that's yeah, that may be what I thought too. That, but yes, it was today. So yeah, Coda is sprinting with Neva right now. Actually, they'll be chatting. What's the time? Yeah, they'll be chatting right now because they were coming back around about 5 minutes after me to a chatty bit. So yeah, and I was talking to Coda, and I said if you don't go too late and you still want to catch up, let me know. So it'll just depend how late they go, whether we catch up for our weekly little get together and do all the Canva stuff. Coda loves it because he's teaching me new stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, I didn't know you could do that. And I've been doing it this antiquated way and all the rest of it, and looking for stuff that I can use and whatnot. Because I want to be able to use it to create PDFs and all that sort of stuff for my embroidery stuff. And because I'm paying for it, I don't want to pay for extra things. So I want to learn, and so the things that Coda's teaching me, I can put into effect and all that sort of stuff. And he's just a legend. Like he's so good at, like, if you haven't been over there this morning, go back to the beginning of the sprints and listen to the song that he got AI to create for those sprints. It's great. It's freaking awesome. It's awesome. It's really good. Are we in a retrograde? I don't know. I haven't even looked. I haven't done any witchy stuff this year at all. The closest thing I've come to doing witchy stuff is having that meeting with you and Selena. That was it. And to be fair, it's probably been a good 18 months, actually, since I've done any sort of witchy stuff. So, yeah. On that. I have moments like that where I just step back from things that I'm doing and all the rest of it. And it's probably because I haven't been in my garden. When I'm in my garden, I'm more grounded and I'm more focused. And I do tarot, I do cleansings, I do, spells and all that sort of stuff. Although I haven't done spells for quite a while. That'd be close on 2 years and stuff. But just personal stuff, not for anybody else, just for myself. So, yeah. Coda needs to do Canva tutorials for his channel and other tutorials, yeah. On that, so but basically Coda just looks to YouTube and also asks ChatGPT and all the rest of it. But the problem is I haven't got any, like, I suppose I could create time, but if I could get him to teach me, it's a lot better. And I do look up videos and stuff when I want to do stuff and whatnot. But yeah, anyway. All right. The weather, if it's crazy weather, I guess the climate change rearing its ugly head. That's what makes it so crazy here, messing with the established weather systems. Yeah. That so. Yeah, I like, it's just there's low pressure. We get this. Okay, so you might be experiencing some sort of weird, crazy weather with warmth and all that sort of stuff. But for me, where I am at right now, this is generally what happens every summer. We get cyclones, we get hot weather, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's this is typical weather for us. I don't think it's any hotter or any colder than what we've been. Our nighttime temperatures may have been up a little bit, but not a great deal. So yeah, so I can't attribute that to anything. So yeah, so Christina is dropping all the things into the comments. Kat's sprinting, and also Nell is sprinting as well. So yeah, there you go. They're all the people that are sprinting. And with that, I am going to bid you all farewell and say thank you. Oh, Sasha's got, I did see that. I meant to mention that earlier. Sasha has got some impromptu sprints happening as well. But with that, I am going to bid you farewell. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully you got lots of crafting done and all the things. And of course, I will be back next week for more crafty sprints. And have a great week, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow over on my BookTube channel for Seriously Serious Book Club and all the things that happen over there. And
Bye, everyone.